Uh, Good evening to everyone. Dr. Freedom here with you. Time for some Doctor Who news. Oh, man. Forgive me, I was outside. My allergies are a little bit up. I cut the grass today. Then I sat outside for a bit because it was nice and cool, but that's not what you want to hear. Alrighty. You don't want weather reports from Lima. All right, I know that. Okay, well, it's just amazing the weirdness that's going on. I want to thank everybody who liked the video yesterday and gave it major likes on YouTube, on Facebook and YouTube. It's a very, very weird how these things get started. Um, Between the Capaldi, quote being blown way out of proportion by some folks, and then you also still have that stupid rumor going around about Series 10 being a truncated season, even though there's no actual announcement from the BBC stating so. And I love the fact we've already determined what's going on in Series 10 when Series 9 is not yet to air for another month. It's just amazing to me, the rumors that get started. Sorry, I'm rocking back and forth and chair making noise. It's just amazing to me that this type of rumor gets started this time of year. Rumors, I should say. But I want to thank everyone, who liked the video on YouTube, liked the video over on Facebook. I'm glad you all really appreciate what I'm doing here. It's nice to see, thumbs ups and likes and whatnot. And I really appreciate them when I do get them. Like I said, I'm not one of the big YouTube channels. I'm not out here to make money. I'm just here to do videos and pass good information to the rest of the Doctor Who community. I don't get paid to do this. I barely earn a dime out of it, to be honest with you. Sure, I do monetize the videos, but at the same time, I'm lucky if I see maybe a couple $100 a year out of YouTube, if that. It's not, so I'm not like, the big guys that are got millions of subscribers, hundreds of thousands of views and whatnot. But you don't want to hear my woes. Let me show you what I do have tonight, and I want to thank the folks that are over on Twitter right off the bat for some of this stuff we've got right up here at the beginning. So let's go ahead and let's get started, shall we? All right, sorry, oops, that's my Facebook thing. Okay, let's start at the top here. This is where Capaldi was filming at apparently yesterday. This is over at Maki Motors, and this is, it was a closed set, so that's why you didn't get any news reports. That's why you didn't get any pictures. This was complete private shooting. Matter of fact, early letters even say here was at Dominion Way Industrial Park filming yesterday. So that's why you're not going to get any photos, especially if they're going back there again, which I have not heard. All right. Interesting bit of news. Now, this is over in the Gazette and Herald. It says, our disappointment for Corsham as BBC confirms Poldark will not be returning to town. But what does this have to do with Doctor Who, Dr. Freedom? Are you gone nuts? But if you scroll all the way to the bottom, and there was somebody on Twitter who also pointed this out. Despite the disappointing news, Corsham could see Doctor Who take over the town after producers were found to be eyeing up locations for future filming scenes in the upcoming series. So the good news is this. It's just interesting that they've already got this town that's been set up to, I believe, look like 18th century, and they're already eyeing it up for locations. And this show's apparently going to go by the wayside. Unfortunately, I don't know. I've never watched the show, so I couldn't tell you. But it's good that, they're going to have another location possibly for Doctor Who next year. So we're going to have to keep our eye out on what's going on in Corsham. Especially with Poldark shutting down. And if Doctor Who guys are eyeing it up, we might see this in the future. And it's nice to see that they're getting some different locations set up. Because some folks have been noticing, they do reuse a lot of locations in Doctor Who. But that's mainly for budget and just plain convenience. All right, let's move on. Doctor Who Legacy number 3. Tiny Rebel Games have launched the latest version of the mobile-based game Doctor Who Legacy. The update brings new storylines with the addition of the Sonic Adventures and Doctor Who Legacy Kids, as well as a variety of new gameplay features and levels. 3.0 will lead into the new series of Doctor Who with new levels inspired by television episodes. The Sonic Adventure story arc is led by the first Doctor and includes the new Sonic versions of fan-favorite characters Captain Jack Harkness, Mickey Smith, River Song, and to introduction of the classic Third Doctor companion, Joe Grant, and the addition of the First Doctor's signet ring. Now, that's something that's kind of significant, because it did some really weird stuff back in the olden days. Okay, now players of Sonic Adventures will be able to unlock a full team of new Sonic Adventure characters. This optional add-on to the game will cost $9.99 US. I believe £7.68, and which will unlock access to 30 new levels and over 20 guaranteed reward characters, including Sonic Screwdrivers, Sonic Lipstick, Sonic Cane, and more. Now, Doctor Who Legacy Kids is a dedicated area for younger fans and inspired by Ennis Playground levels. The new optional area of the game comes with a new art style created by BBC Worldwide. The Kids area unlocks for $4.99 US, so that's United States dollars, very sorry, and allows children a simplified experience of the game with no team creation and easier enemies to face. And more detail and images can be found here. Here's a couple little sample images if you want to go take a look at them. Now, I don't play the mobile games. I'm thinking about putting it on the tablet for shits and giggles. Don't know yet, really. It's just, I'm not really that much in the games as much as you think. All right, moving on. Darkwater Death in Heaven 3D cinema showings in Russia. That's right. Russian art collective and distributor of international films, Cool Connections, has announced on September 15th and 16th, Russian cinemas will be showing Doctor Who Series 8 finale, Darkwater and Death Heaven in 3D, as well as the Series 9 preview. Locations and times have not yet been announced. The episodes will be shown in English, but with Russian subtitles. So even the Soviet Union is going to get the prequel before the folks in the UK. Weird, huh? Well, the former Soviet Union, I should say. I keep forgetting that. See, child of the 80s, can you tell? All right, in 2013, Russian cinemas joined the international simulcast of the 8th anniversary special, The Era of the Zygons. All right, Darkwater and Death in Heaven are also being shown in 3D in cinemas in the United States and, of course, Canada and Denmark. And there are no plans to present the episodes in UK cinemas. And a lot of people wonder why I'm freaking out on that. These are the guys who pay for this stuff. I'm an American citizen, but if I had a show that was being paid for with my license fees, if we had them, I'd want to see it first, to be honest with you. It's kind of starting to remind me of Trailergate, but well. Next up, Doctor Who, The Gods of Winter, and this is out now. A quartet of new audio tales for the 12th Doctor and Clara starts today with The Gods of Winter. Now, written by James Goss, the release of this is the latest in a long line of recent original audiobooks, including Pest Control, The Empty House, and the award-winning Dead Air. Aside from the Destiny of the Doctor's Reigns that ran across 2013 50th anniversary, the last release in this line was December 2012, Snakebite. The Gods of Winter, then, is a good sign that the BBC has not abandoned this medium completely. And if you want, here's the synopsis, if you want to read it. This tale is read by Claire Higgins, who played Ohelia in the 2013 minisode The Night of the Doctor, which saw a return to Karn. She was the lady who was, the head of the Sisterhood. All right, the Link stories continue with October's The House of Winter, December's The Sins of Winter, and conclude in February's The Memory of Winter. With an RRP of £9.25, you can pick up Gods of Winter now. Now, here's a little link you can follow to go over to Amazon and pick it up should you choose to do so. So, if you're into this kind of stuff, I like audiobooks. I've listened to Destiny of the Doctor series. I know I've listened to Dead Air. It's great stuff. I'd love to see these made in audio play. It's the next best thing to doing an audio play, actually, especially if it's well read. Next up, Series 9. Now, the only reason I included this one is if there's anything you've missed over the last few days, this is kind of a sum up. This one has a lot of the stuff that I've covered over the last 2 or 3 videos already right here in one article. And that's why I'm including it here tonight. In case there's anything that you missed or anything like that and you want to go back and check it out, boom, here it is. Right here, I think. And they were focusing mainly on the fact that he's going to film what's called a single-hander. And that's, of course, referring to episode 10, which is now being addressed as a gateway into 11 and 12. So in a way, we're going to probably be getting a 3-part ending. So remember how Utopia led into, what was it? What do you call it? A thing at Last of the Time Lords. So, sorry about that. My brain froze on that one. So keep that in mind. Interesting that there, so many different episodes are leading into each other this series. All right, moving on over in Anglophenia. I'm just throwing these up for you to read. 10 things you may not know about the end of time. Some interesting little facts and figures. If you want to go back, take a look at these. A lot of people, end of time has been one that's really caused some debates. So I don't know. I'm going to leave it up to you folks if you want to take a look and read some little snippets, about it that you may not know. All right, next up, 11 reasons why Remembrance of the Daleks rock. And this was, matter of fact, actually, no, I think this was the second time. I think it was in Revelation of the Daleks was the first time that they used the hover ability or got it. And, of course, this was another Dalek Civil War of a type. You may want to go check this out. Plus, this concludes one of the more famous scenes in Doctor Who. That's why I love this episode. This was the 25th anniversary one. And, all right, a little side note. I know you're going to go, why you want? There was originally going to be, it was in play to make the 7 Doctors. And unfortunately, Patrick Troughton passed away so suddenly that, before it could go into production. But Remembrance of the Daleks is a damn good 25th anniversary episode. It covers a lot of the bases. This is where the special weapons Dalek was introduced. So a lot of interesting stuff in this one episode. That's why I'm including this article. I want you to take a good look at it, okay? Remembrance is a very, very pivotal episode, one of the best of the McCoy era. Okay. And lastly, just for craps and giggles, who'd have thought River Song and Martha Jones are friends? Look at how tall she is. My Lord, have mercy. Whew. So I just threw this in because it's a nice picture of her for imagination, and this is a friend of theirs who's unnamed. Okay, so that's all I got for you tonight. Like I said, nothing shaky, nothing pivotal. I want to thank everyone again who watched last night's video. Maybe you walked away saying, oh my God, maybe we are flying off the handle, because I know a few people who did. There's some people who don't like Capaldi, but I want you to think of this before I go. Peter Capaldi went to the BBC and he demanded more time for breaks on his lunch. You know why he did that? Not because he's a star, not because he's using that time for himself. He demanded more time and breaks and more on his lunch so he could spend more time with the fans. Now, not to besmirch the other previous New Who doctors, how many of them have done that? Spent all this time with the fans. How many of them, when they went to Comic-Con, actually went through the queue to their Q&A panel and gave people autographs, pictures, and all that, and didn't charge them a dime for it? Also, I want you to think of the fact he has shown up a couple of times now at the Doctor Who experience just because he wanted to go. It wasn't scheduled. It wasn't planned. He did it because he wanted to do it. He really loves this role. He really loves the people out there who watch the show. And I know some of you people don't like him, but next time you're wanting to go hate on him, I want you to think of that. How many other doctors in the New Who era have done this? The answer is pretty simple. Oh, well, out of here, guys. So take care. Ta-ta. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Bye-bye.